This week in class, I had a student come up to my desk and say, I accidentally scratched out something on my draft. Is it okay if I still turn this in? So we are working on the first draft of their writing. And as you know, we've talked about this, there are 5 steps to the writing process. So my answer was absolutely. I'm Dr. Ebony. Welcome. If you are new, thanks for joining us. We're talking all about the writing process and what works and what doesn't work, and tips and suggestions on how to improve your writing. So no matter what you're working on, you can join this community, okay? I am a professor, a writing coach, and an author of children's books for children. And I love talking about writing. So one of my students this week was really frustrated. The messy draft to look really messy. And that's the purpose of the first draft, okay? So we did some pre-writing activities. That's the very first step of the writing process. During the pre-writing, we are just jotting down ideas about what to write about, what we know about each of those subjects. Okay, so that's pre-writing. We got to the drafting, and my student was really upset because the page was not as clean as they would have liked. That's okay. The draft is supposed to be messy. It's supposed to look imperfect, okay? My recommendation for this video is to give you 4 tips. My recommendation for that first draft is tip 1, embrace the imperfections, okay? Every single writer, including professional writers like myself, we have to embrace the imperfection. That first draft is supposed to be messy. It's supposed to look a mess, okay? Just get your thoughts down. Don't worry about it. Don't think about what anybody else is going to say. Don't think about what your readers are going to think. Just get your thoughts down. That's sometimes the toughest part. Just get your thoughts down. And then you can work on revising, editing, and working closer towards publication. We're not even close to there yet. We're just on the messy first draft, okay? You will have moments of doubt while you're writing. You will have some writer's block that may happen. Don't be afraid. Lean in. Just jot down any thoughts, any ideas that come to mind, okay? Embrace the messy first draft. Your revision is a natural part of the process, and arguably that's where the writing is going to happen. The real writing is going to happen, but just get your thoughts down, okay? That draft, it should be messy. There's no problem with that. So tip 1, embrace the imperfection. Tip 2, the reason I write well is because I read a lot. Okay. So tip 2 is read widely and often. I know that's controversial. Lots of people don't like to read. There are some people who can't read. There are some people who just like reading a specific genre. It's all okay. All right. If you would like to be a better writer, my recommendation, my strong recommendation is tip 2, read widely and often. Okay. Read whatever the genre is that you like to read that. Okay. Read more. Set a schedule. Read like 10 minutes every single day. If you are, drawn to one genre, fantastic. I recommend taking a look at other genres. Just see what's out there, okay? The reason I can write well is because I've tried to read everything, even things that I'm not really interested in. It took me a really long time to get into sci-fi, into poetry. I am into both now just because I kept trying. I kept going back to it and saying, what am I missing here, right? When I was in school, I only read creative fiction, creative writing, creative fiction, and like exclusively. But then I started delving, looking deeper. I started reading memoirs. I started reading creative nonfiction. I started looking at graphic novels, and comics and poetry and sci-fi. I love it all now. Okay. So just read whatever you like, whatever you don't like, take a look at as well. Immerse yourself into books and literature as much as possible. Authors that you are a fan of, authors that are controversial. I would even say banned books are really where it's at. But take a look at their writing style, okay? Take a look at what they're writing, how they're writing. Try and learn from that and to incorporate that into your writing. learn from their techniques, discover new ways that could help you in your writing, okay? Reading expands your vocabulary, it improves your grammar, and it inspires your creativity. So read often and widely. Write regularly. So find a time. It may be the same time every day. It may not. Like my writing schedule is super, super sporadic. Sometimes I write really, really early in the morning. Like I keep a notebook next to my bed because I'll create a whole story while I'm sleeping and then I'll wake up and be like, what was that? What did the character do? So I just keep a little notebook. I don't use it often, to be honest with you. I have to be honest. I don't use it often, but every once in a while I will have a dream where I tell an entire story and I want to remember it when I'm like fully, fully awake. Um, so sometimes I write early in the morning, sometimes I write midday when I'm taking a break, a lunch break. I'll definitely take a walk by the lake and then I'll come back and like write all of my thoughts down. Most of the time, my writing happens in late evening, going well into the night, late, late. Okay. So I am more a nighttime writer, but that's okay. Whatever your, you know, I ideal time of day to write is, stick to it. Whatever works, make your writing schedule a habit, okay? Write regularly. Even if it is 5 minutes, even if it is just 15 minutes, however long. If you are an hour sprint writer, fantastic. Get your thoughts down as much as possible, okay? Even for a few minutes. Consistent practice helps you develop your skills and build your confidence, okay? Um, I can also, that was tip 3, write regularly. Tip 4, join a writing community. Okay. I am a part of a book club. I am a part of some writing groups. I am not a regular member of any of them. I am a pop in and out type of creative. It just is what it is. Okay. I have like other full-time jobs. I have like other, activities to do, other, things that are pulling at my time. So I pop in and out as I can. However, if you are someone who likes to write and work and create in community, I highly recommend you finding other creatives to at least connect with one from time to time. You don't have to do it weekly or monthly. You could do it once a year. Just find some people that you can talk to about what you'd love to do. If you would like to join our writing community, hit the like, hit the subscribe, send me messages, write in the comments. I love talking about writing. Okay. So this can be your writing community. If you don't have one, welcome. So wherever you'd like to join in. Okay. We love talking about writing over here. So connect with other writers through groups, workshops, online forums, any of that. You can join here. Okay. Um, share your work. I know that's tough to do. Share your work, at least share about your work so you can get some feedback, so you can get some ideas about how to keep your writing flowing. And then receiving feedback is going to be super helpful to you. So connect with writers that you trust, who you know will guide you in the right direction and guide your writing in the right direction. And reach out to them and say, hey, I'm working on this. How do you feel about it? Would you read this? Can you take a look at this? What did I do wrong? Or how can I improve the writing? And try not to take the feedback personally. Just, find somebody who has the same goal as you to make your writing stronger. That's the whole goal. Okay. It will help build your confidence and it'll improve your writing. So that's tip 4. So the 4 tips again, number 1, embrace the imperfections in your writing. That first draft is supposed to be messy. Tip 2, read widely and often. Tip 3, write and read regularly. And then 4, join a writing community. If you're new, welcome. You're now a member. All right, so for our writing burst today. Our writing bursts take a few minutes to jot down some thoughts. Write anything that comes to mind. If you need a prompt, here is one, okay? Um, Write a short story about a character who overcomes a significant challenge. Focus on the character's internal struggles and external obstacles. Okay. Include the wins if you would like. All right. That's your writing prompts. Spend at least 5 minutes. If you have another work in progress already, go to that. 5 minutes. Or if you have another prompt or another idea of what you'd like to start, or a list or a journal, anything, 5 minutes. Okay. Next 5 minutes. Ready, go.